What is up, everybody? How you doing? Happy Monday evening, night, Tuesday morning if you're across the pond. But I hope you're doing well. It is horror movie Monday, and we got some fun stuff to talk about today. There's some interesting news coming from the world of the Scream franchise. It kind of came out a little while ago, but there's other rumors and stuff to talk about. All kinds of things going on. Some great movies coming out this week. Fun movie came out a couple days ago, but I haven't had a chance to go see that yet because I was busy with Creep I.E. So we're going to talk about a lot of fun stuff tonight. I got one thing I'm kind of recommitting to is because I've kind of gotten away from going heavy with the horror movie news and gotten a more just a strictly Q&A. And I enjoy learning the horror movie news. And I think for the most part, you all enjoy, if you don't know something that I have learned, kind of hearing about what's going on in the world of horror. So, man, so much to talk about. But Gail, Masashi, Antonis, Dominic, Mr. Bones, Brian, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing tonight? We will jump back into comments and we talk all night long once we get through the horror movie news, which today must include a recap from, oh man, what a convention. I think I met my favorite celebrity, like personal interaction with a celebrity of all time. And there was two of them, and it's very close. But and I mean, he does fit the horror category because of The Walking Dead. But man, there I am standing there shaking hands with Jon Bernthal, the Punisher. And big ups to Nocturno for snapping these pictures of me when I was talking to him. And those are two separate handshakes. I actually got to shake his hand 3 times. One just walked up, greeting, saying hello. And then second, because I was wearing my Marine Corps sweatshirt and was telling him how I love the work he has done portraying a Marine. One, Frank Castle from The Punisher. We know The Punisher was a Marine. And also he played Sergeant Rodriguez in the Pacific, that 10-part 10 episode like a mini series. It was on HBO years ago, which I just recently watched again. I absolutely love that. It is a phenomenal portrayal of the Marine Corps Pacific Theater from World War II. So I just love that. And he was excited. He goes, "Oh, thanks, man." You know, that he appreciated. He said that made him feel good, that coming from a Marine, that I appreciated his work as a Marine. So, but these two pictures here of me shaking his hand ultimately led to this. How badass is that? He took my phone, turned around, grabbed a selfie of us both. And I'm telling you, Jon Bernthal is a badass. He is the man you hope he would be. A lot of actors are very smug or egotistical, or they can be kind of just brief and just, I'm here to sign and go. But he was a great dude. He was very friendly, engaging, and interested to hear, what I was saying. And so I love the experience meeting him. And like on his podcast and his YouTube channel called The Real One or Real Ones, he is a real one. He is a really great dude. So I have never been like, I walked away from meeting him. I'm not even lying. I was shaking a little bit. I was like, dude, this guy, I mean, we've loved him in The Walking Dead and The Punisher and Daredevil. And I mean, like, his resume is ridiculously huge. So and when I went in, I told myself, because I already had his autograph on the Funko, and I should have pulled that down to show you, but I didn't. I failed. My bad. But I already had his autograph on a Funko Pop that I got from an auction. So I said, I'm just going to get a picture with him. I don't need an autograph. And then I walked up and saw his table, and I was like, dude, are you kidding me? I had to do it. So boom, here it is. I know I'm blocking my face here, but look at that. I had to get this. It's just an 8x10, but with, his face there and the Punisher logo, and then everything he signs, he does like, it's like a J dot and then the Bernthal, it kind of almost looks like a R, but it's, like the B and then a little squiggle there. And that's pretty much his standard autograph. And then he draws the Punisher logo down below. So very, very cool dude. I absolutely was like just like a kid in a candy store. Bernthal is so, so great. So I absolutely loved meeting him. And then next, and this is like a very close 1A as far as favorite celebrities I've ever met. I can't think of two celebrities that I was more excited to meet than Bernthal and, of course, Tobin Bell. And that's Anthony. That's not me. That's Anthony sitting there next to Tobin Bell. So Anthony, who jumps in the chat a lot, we see him here saying hi to us and stuff. Anthony and Nick are brothers, and Nick, I guess is like, Nick and Brian are like the guys that really run Creep I.E, but they've kind of made it a family business. I see like Brian, I see I'm not sure if they're married, so forgive me, Brian, if you're seeing this, if you guys are married or if like that's your girlfriend or whatever. I think it's his wife, but I see her working there. I see Anthony working there. I see like Nick and Anthony's mom working there. So they've kind of made it a family business, which is awesome because they love their convention. They love putting smiles on people's faces. And so I was like, when I saw Anthony sitting there, he was the one kind of handling Tobin Bell. And when Tobin Bell went to lunch, Anthony kind of escorted him over, to their break area and stuff. And so I'm sure Anthony was, absolutely having a blast getting to sit there and hang out with Tobin Bell. And so I had to snap a little picture of him right there. But man, Tobin Bell, another great dude. And so I walked up to Tobin Bell and I go, man, when are you going to make a bad Saw movie? And so he just got a big old smile on his face and he's like, oh, thanks, man. That means a lot. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I know. And we could sit here and nitpick. There are some Saw movies that are not as good as others, but 1 through 10, I could sit and watch them all, and including Jigsaw, all of them. I could sit and watch them. And people go like, oh, the one there with Chris Rock and Samuel Jackson was like, you have to understand it's from like the Book of Saw. It's not about Jigsaw. And so it's like a copycat killer. But I thought it was a great movie. A lot of people didn't like it or had issues with that. It was still a fun movie. And up and down the board, I can watch any single one of those movies. So I absolutely love the Saw movies. I already had Tobin Bell's autograph. And let me see if I can turn the camera up here. See, there's the red light up there. That's a row of my autographed Funkos. But right in the middle, you see the white poster with the leg. That is my Saw poster, which is already signed by Tobin Bell. And right next to it on this side is another Saw poster signed by Shawnee Smith. So I thought, like, well, do I go get Shawnee to sign the white poster so I just have the one? Or what do I do? Well, I kind of left those alone. I wanted the Funko. And so I took in a Funko Pop to get Tobin Bell to sign it. And there you have it right there. He did. He wrote Tobin Bell and then Jigsaw right below there. So I love that. And it's in yellow. A lot of people, and for me, I don't like, maybe certain people have like a preference. They want all their autographs in blue or all in red or all in white or whatever. For me, I kind of have like a rainbow thing going on up here. So I was like, you know what? I had a yellow pen and on the shelf up there, which you can't see it from here, but Lisa Loring, her autograph, the original Wednesday Addams, who, recently passed away, her autograph is in yellow and it pops. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get him in yellow. So I love it. I'm thrilled. I'm so happy with that. And man, meeting Jon Bernthal and meeting Tobin Bell was, such a surreal experience. And now I don't have a photo like this with Jon Bernthal. I don't have one with Tobin Bell because Tobin Bell was only The only way you get a picture with him was in the professional photo op, which unfortunately those are a little too rich for my blood. I've never done a professional photo op. To me, I collect the autographs and I collect movies, and I got news about that I'm going to be talking about a little bit later, because I'm going to be going into autograph movie collecting retirement here. So we're going to talk about that. I'm not going away or anything. I'm going to be here with you all, but I'm evolving as we all need to do. I'm evolving. And so, just to have Tobin Bell's autograph right there, man, I absolutely loved it. But and there were so many other people at the convention. I could have spent a ton of money, and I was like, I have to stick to this. I've spent so much money over the last few years on autographs and things. I'm sticking to this, and that's about it. I did walk away from the convention from Creep I.E, and we're going to dive into. We got a ton of other stuff to talk about, so I'm going to be kind of brief about this, and then we can circle back to Creep I.E a little bit later on. But so here we go. If you missed the live stream, this was funny. I did a live stream on Saturday, and as I was walking around, I had a security guard come up to me and go, "What are you doing? You need to delete your video and stuff." And I was like, thought I was given the go ahead to go. I made no secrets about it, that I was going to do a live stream, and I had the powers that be give me a thumb up on it. And so I was like, I'm good. I thought I'm good. And so I was like, kind of caught off guard when they were like, the security guard's like, delete your video. And then he sees the media badge and he goes like, basically like, "Oh, my bad, carry on, do your thing." So, yeah, sorry about the dog. I will go deal with her if I have to in a second, but anyways, Creep I.E, the media badge. So we did the live stream. So I did drop a link to that live stream right down below. If you have not seen the video there, you can go grab that link, click on it, and watch. I walk all through Creep I.E. Unfortunately, at the time of that video, the folks from Fear Farm were on lunch, so we didn't get to walk through the Fear Farm haunt, but it was great, and it was new. It was different this time. So I love Fear Farm, how they always change it up and everything. So that was a lot of fun. And one other thing that I took away from the convention was from the legend, the homie Lauren Spirited Words, I believe is her name on Instagram, but she made like keychains. She made I say keychains. She made, oops, I'm getting out of hand here. She made these bracelets for like friends and people she ran into at the convention. She made 70 of them. And so let's see if maybe I'm holding that backwards. Well, I don't know. I'm getting all confused, but it says, it's jigsaw. It's like jigsaw bracelets. So that's very cool. Big ups to Lauren for doing that for her friends and stuff. That was very cool. And then the other pickup I got was this. Look at this. The Creep I.E limited edition exclusive issue of Fangoria magazine, which would have been really cool to go get because they had a Lost Boys reunion there. It would have been really epic to get them to sign it, or you could have turned it over and got your Reanimator, because they had like 5 Richard Band and like all of them, like so many people, Barbara Crampton, they were all there. And so you could have got like a bunch of autographs on this for them. But inside, it's very cool because it goes in, it has ads and things kind of like a regular Fangoria magazine would be, but it's got some great articles about the Lost Boys and about Reanimator. And then you go in the back, it's got the like kind of Creep I.E like vendor list, schedule, who's going to be there and stuff. And and then some other ads of some of the sponsors of the convention stuff. So this was very epic. I had to get one of these. There it is right there. Creep I.E exclusive. And Mel had asked me to pick one of those up. So I got one of those for Mel, and it's in the mail on the way to her. But that's a very cool keepsake from the convention. So, and I always keep these. They're all hanging up here. So I'm going to add this one to the collection there. But man, Creep I.E was an amazing convention. And we had an absolute blast. And man, I could talk about it all night, but we're going to circle back to that because there is a lot of news and things to talk about. And so I'm going to get to the comments here. I see looks like Wet One sent some folks over here, and but I'm going to get to some of the comments here in just a moment. But I do want to dive into the big news of the week. And of course, man, we have been waiting for this for a while now, since seeing the trailer a while back, and that is Heart Eyes is coming out this week. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. If you've not seen the trailer for Heart Eyes, do yourself a favor. It's coming out this week, and I cannot wait to see it. You have a killer who is after people who show like public displays of affection, and so Heart Eyes goes and just starts tearing them apart. It looks so much fun. I cannot wait to see Heart Eyes. And then also, you got Short Round, you got Data, you got the guy whose name I'll never be able to pronounce, Kiwa Quinn, however you say his name. I know him as Data. I know him as Short Round. He's been in a ton of movies, but I don't know how to say his name. I can't. He's a Goonie, man. He's a Goonie. But him and Sean Astin makes an appearance in this. In one of the trailers, you see one trailer has Sean Astin in it. There was another trailer for Love Hurts that did not have Sean Astin, but Sean Astin, I don't know how big his role is, but he and Data are in Love Hurts, and Love Hurts is like Data is like I'm going with Data, but he is a like retired assassin who gets kind of pulled back into the fold, and because he is a martial artist, he does do whatever. I'm not a martial artist expert. I don't know what form, karate or kung fu, whatever he does. But he is very natural. He looks good when he's doing it. It doesn't look forced. Love Hurts looks so much fun. That's also coming out this week. So in other news, I'm going to be heading out to Las Vegas on Saturday. John Ward is moving on Sunday. I'm going to be helping him move. But Saturday night, I'll be watching one of these two movies, either Love Hurts or Heart Eyes. The other one I'm going to be watching this Thursday, just a couple days from now, and I'll have a review up on Friday. So there will be a review on Friday of one of those two movies from this week, and there will be a review on Sunday for the other one. So both of these movies I will have reviews up for by the end of the week. And now also just a couple days ago, Companion came out, and this looks so good. I have wanted to see this, and Jack Quaid is in it, and he looks phenomenal. He's great. Such a nice guy in person. We met him at Creep I.E last year, and he is the nicest dude. He's a great actor, comes from Hollywood royalty, but he looks like he does a phenomenal job in this, where you have a movie about a sex doll who kind of somebody turns up her power, or maybe she turns up her own power, however it goes, and gets out of control. So Companion looks so much fun. I have not seen anybody's reviews or anything yet. I still need to get to the theater and check that out. So I'm thinking maybe tomorrow. And so I'll hopefully have a review up of Companion like Wednesday. I'd like to have one up Wednesday and then another video Friday. So should be 3 reviews coming out for you this week from this here channel. So Companion coming up. And then we got big news from Scream. They formally announced that Matthew Lillard has rejoined the cast. And now there's even rumors that Skeet is going to be coming back. And I was telling everybody at Creep I.E. It's like, if they're bringing Matthew back, I will not be surprised if Skeet Ulrich is far behind. And now there's rumors that that's going to happen too. I have not seen anything official on that, although like on the IMDb page, Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, Joel McHale, Ethan Embry are all official. And the other name, Patrick Dempsey, was tied to it, but he's not on the IMDb page yet. So that's kind of interesting. But Matthew Lillard is on the IMDb page now. So hopefully we get Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, and Patrick Dempsey. That would be epic. That would be epic. But we shall see about that. Final Destinations Bloodlines, the trailer dropped for this, and my guess, I'm just guessing on this, is maybe this is a bunch of the opening kill of the movie. So I'm guessing a lot of the stuff we're seeing in the trailer we're going to see in like the first 5-10 minutes of this movie, but it looks very good. My biggest knock on the Final Destination franchise, so many of the effects looked cartoonish, especially even in part 5 at the beginning on the bridge. If you pause when things are falling over, you can see where it's literally like painted or drawn in. So the effects were, But Final Destination Bloodlines, the effects are top notch. What you see at the beginning, with him with the nose. Well, I don't want to spoil. It's just a trailer, but I still don't want to spoil it for you. You got to go watch a trailer. Final Destination Bloodline trailer looks great, and now I'm very excited for this movie. Whereas before I was kind of like, but now here's the difference. Megan 2.0, we got the trailer, and I guess that was released during, like an award show or something the other day, which I'm not a big fan of the award shows. All they're doing is they're trying to promote films, and I don't think it's really what people care about. I think it's what studios are trying to push. So I don't like award shows of any type. But Megan 2.0, unfortunately, what you see in the trailer is not much more than what you see right here. It's her walking, saying, "Did you miss me?" And then she's all in a shadow. But then when they reveal her face, it looks like a cartoon. It does not look good. So it's complete opposite of Final Destination, where their effects got better. I'm not liking what Megan looked like in that trailer. So there's that. We do have, we got a couple other things that I want to get to real quick, and then I'll jump into the comments. I promise. This won't be long. Failure, a movie with Sam Raimi, is out now on digital. I'm not sure if it's like pay-per-view only or wherever. I kind of picked up on this late, so I don't know where exactly. I'm guessing Amazon Prime. You could probably pick it up. So, Failure, out now on digital with Ted Raimi, and it's a continuous one shot for 87 minutes, like one take, and they just follow him around for 87 minutes. That's the whole movie, which is fine. That's kind of an interesting thing to do. Albert Pyun did that in a movie with Tommy Vegas a few years ago, so it's not the first time it's ever been done, but it's original. It's very challenging to be able to pull off a movie like this. Here's the problem. The camera looks handheld and it's very shaky. And watching the trailer, I was like, ugh, this is going to make me like sick to my stomach sitting here watching this camera shake around for 87 minutes. Of course, Ted Raimi's acting looked fine, but the other actors, didn't look so great. So Failure, out now. I don't highly recommend it, but if anybody does watch it or has seen it, let me know. And then we have, this is very interesting. This kid's close to home. This hits very close to home for me. This movie is called Hemet, or The Landlady Don't Drink Tea, or the landlady. Yeah, Hemet, or The Landlady Don't Drink Tea. So, for those of you that have been watching me for a long time, you will remember that I have done some dumpster diving for GameStop at the GameStop dumpster in Hemet, California, where this movie supposedly takes place. Now, looking at the trailer, you can see the type of like hills in the background and the type of vegetation. It's plausible for Hemet. I don't know if they actually shot this in Hemet or not, but it looks like Hemet. Here's my only hang up with this movie. One, it's low budget. It looks okay. Like they're trying to be funny, but they're painting it as like Hemet as like this big redneck town. Hemet is not, and never really has been, a redneck town. So, and who cares about that? If the story's fun, it's fun. But Hemet used to be, up until about 20 years ago, was a retirement town. It was only like senior citizens. There were more banks in Hemet per capita and even New York City. Per person, there were more banks in Hemet than anywhere else. They said at one point, Florida Avenue, which went right through the heart of Hemet, was like the richest road in the United States because there were so many banks. Well, the old people kind of passed away, and as they're moving out, a new group of folks are moving in, and they're not white folks. You have a large Hispanic and a large Black community in that town. So for it being like a redneck town, they're portraying Hemet wrong, but whatever. As long as the movie's fun, who cares? So Hemet, The Landlady Don't Drink, the trailer looked okay. Personally, I'm only going to watch it because I kind of live relatively close to Hemet. And so knowing where it is, I've been in Hemet many times. I'll probably check it out. Otherwise, I would just probably pass on it. In other news, David Arquette is attached to a new movie called Kill or Be Killed that begins filming this summer. So don't know much else about it, but something's going to go into production this summer. Kill or Be Killed with David Arquette. And then something we've all been waiting for, Toxic Avenger finally got a release date because they said it was unreleasable. August 29th, Toxic Avenger will be coming out. And then one last thing I want to note, if you have not been watching Dexter Original Sin, oh my God, it is so good. Get on board. The cast is phenomenal. The people they picked to play the young Deb and the young Dexter, the younger Harry, they're phenomenal. They are on point. The story is great. They reference old episodes, and old characters all the time from the other show, which, I mean, technically are like foreshadowing because this takes place before the original show. But it's phenomenal. They have done an amazing job with Dexter Original Sin, so I highly recommend it. Now, as previously stated, I will, after I itch my nose here a little bit, come back and go to the comments. Let's see here. I have missed a lot. I apologize. A Snoochie Boochies. What up, Mr. Bones? And Antonis, what's going on? Dominic, what's going on? Musashi, hello again. I got Long Legs and Demonoid in the mail today. Decent. Very cool. Nice pickups right there, sir. Let's see here. House of G fam, what's going on? Wicked Network, what is up? Nocturno, the legend, hanging out with Nocturno, had a blast. We've now become big Applebee's fans because they have, which we did not know this in Vegas, and so that was kind of a bummer. We went to Applebee's, and they have at Applebee's you get a soda, fries, and like a burger for $9.99 for $10. Great deal. Well, in Vegas, we didn't know that you got bottomless fries. It was with free refills on the fries. Nocturno and I found that out at Applebee's after Creep I.E on Saturday. So we were over there. We were like, what are we going to get to eat? And then I was like, well, we go to Applebee's. There was a good deal in Vegas. So we went back to Applebee's. And then, we got refills on fries, which was epic. So great time hanging out with the legend Nocturno, who I don't get to hang out with enough just because like where we live, it's like going to see him or Cinestalker or Wet One. They're just kind of far away. Robert C. What up, Robert? How you doing tonight, homeboy? Did you see owner Nick at Creep I.E? Yes, I did. Got to talk to Nick a little bit. Now, during the convention, Nick gets busy because he being the boss, he gets pulled in different directions. So I didn't get to talk to him as much as I wanted to, just because he was busy, but did get to hang out and see Nick for a little bit. So that was great. And Machi, is that a masochism world? Masochism? Oh, it's like sadomasochism, masochism world. Is that what we're doing here? That's awesome. Said I'm a bitch. Well, tell him thank you very much. I love that guy. What movie one said he loves you very much. Well, thank you, Jennifer. That's much kinder words, but I kind of believe masochism world a little bit more. Did you ask Tobin Bell if Saw 11 is still coming out this year? No, because I wanted to kind of talk to him, about just telling him I've loved all the movies. And I talked to him about something kind of off the record that I don't really want to talk about here, but I did have a little conversation with him. And I did not ask that, but I've heard nothing but the fact that Saw 11 is still coming out like in September this year. So I think we can feel confident that's going to happen. Roman X, what's up? See, what movie one says you a bitch? See, and that's, I believe it. No. And it's all good. I much respect. Let's see here. Oliver, what's up? Yeah, he is such a little bitch, a little wet, slimy bitch is what he is. Don't shoot the messenger. No, it's all good. You should check out Demonoid if you haven't already seen it. It's a fun possessed hand movie. Demonoid, man, it sounds so familiar. And Demonoid 19. I think I've seen that. In fact, no. No, I don't own it. I thought maybe I owned it. But I'll have to watch the full trailer. I can't, the trailer's 3 minutes long, but I can't sit and like watch, a whole trailer or show it to you all, because the video gets shut down. So is what it is. Yeah, everybody, if you would, thanks, Mr. Bones, for reminding me. I always forget I even write at the top of my notes, like say, hit the thumbs up, and I always forget to do it. Now, Web Movie One, he's a shit talker. He's a dirty little velvety wet boy. Yeah. I still love him. Yeah. It's all good. What's up, Cody? Jim Jones, what's up? You talked to Jon Bernthal, Annie? Yes, I did. So when I walked up to Bernthal, the first thing I told him, I was like, this is such an honor. I love him as an actor, so many different things that I'm a very big fan of. And then I went into telling him how, I said I was wearing my Marine Corps sweater because I wanted to take a picture with him with my Marine sweater. And I was wearing the Punisher t-shirt underneath. And so I went like, maybe if I have a change of heart, like halfway through the day, I could take the sweatshirt off and then have the Punisher shirt on, which, I'll always wrestle with it. Did I make the right decision on that? I don't know, but I love the fact I have my Marine Corps sweater on and, taking a picture with him because he does play, and I started thinking about it. I was saying, maybe he's my favorite on-screen Marine, but now, then I started thinking you have Gunnery Sergeant Arlie Army, and then you also have like Clint Eastwood, who's played some great Marines. There have been some great actors to play Marines. And so I think one of these videos, I'm going to have to create a Mount Rushmore of TV or movie Marines. But Bernthal, Eastwood, and Arlie Army, those three are definitely on my Mount Rushmore. I just got to decide who the fourth would be. So anyways, I was telling him, about being a Marine and how I love his portrayal of a Marine. And then he goes, oh, thanks. That means a lot to me, coming from a Marine. And so I was like, yeah, sure, for sure. And so then he shakes my hand like a second time there. And then I can't remember. We talked about something else. And I was telling him, how I love the Pacific and, him as Sergeant Rodriguez was phenomenal. And then somehow or another, I mentioned to him, I got on the subject. I mentioned to him that I come from a big family of military, of vets, and that my daughter is in the Navy and my son is about to go in the Navy. And he's like, oh, send him my best. That's awesome. And he was just a great dude. And then when I walked away, when I was saying goodbye and walking away, he goes, Semper Fi. I was like, fuck yeah. The Punisher just told me Semper Fi. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I was like goosebumps. I literally was like walking away like a little, like my adrenaline was just going, and I walked away a little bit shaky. I was like, dude, Bernthal, man, the Punisher. So as a kid, when I first started collecting comic books, there was two comic books that I mainly collected. One was the Robotech comic books. A lot of younger folks may have no clue what that is. But then the other one was the Punisher. They came out with the series. I want to say it was 86, 87 when they first, when like the Punisher got his first, like comic book series. He was in other comic books and everything. But if I believe I'm accurate, the first Punisher series came out in like 86 or 87. And I remember being in the comic book store, seeing it and going like, that looks badass. And I bought it, read it, loved it. And then I just was going back like every time a new one came out, and I was just picking them up and absolutely loved them. My older brother stole them. What are you going to do? He took them to Florida with him when he moved to Florida, and then he wound up pawning them. So I'm trying to, get a collection of Punisher comics going again. And I've done the same thing, like my Robotech comics. I've had to rebuy a lot of them, but that's all good. It is what it is. We were kids at the time. I was, 20 going on 21, going in the Marine Corps. My brother was like 23. I say kids, if you're 21, 23 years old, you're still a kid. You're still young. And we don't maybe look at things the way we will when we're 30 or 40. We just have a different perspective on life the older we get, and how we treat other people. So it is what it is. I'm not holding no hate against my brother for that, although it was a bummer. But Bernthal, man, I'm telling you, he was the dude that I wanted him to be. I wanted him to be cool, like in his podcasts and stuff, the real one. I wanted him to be a real one, and he definitely was. He seems much more tame than the vids with Fluffy that I used to watch. Oh, are you talking about what movie won, or who are you talking about? Masochism. That's hilarious. Sean 420, what's up? I got a Fangoria 120 from when I was a kid. Nice, very cool. Let's see here. Liv, what's going on, Liv? Liv, I apologize. I had no idea because I don't watch too much YouTube, but I had no idea until sitting there watching Wet Movie One's stream earlier while I was getting ready here that you had your own channel. So I gave you a little subscribe today. So checked out a couple of videos. Liv, you are fun. You're creative. You are a brave individual, and so I'm glad I subscribed, and hopefully your channel and your viewers are treating you well. Let's see here. Trying to catch up. Is that named after Nazareth song? Oh, what are we talking about? I may be missing some things here, so forgive me. Daniel, what's going on? Daniel, how you doing? Happy Monday to you. Goonies never say die. No, that is correct. That is correct. JFC, does this dude STFU and read comments? I'm going back to Brendan. Oh, I do. I do read the comments. But at the beginning of the Horror Movie Monday, I got news we got to get through. So my apologies for being a little bit behind. I'm trying to catch up. Let's see. Skeet was already back, so it's not a surprise. Yeah. So Lou, he's not officially announced. I know it shouldn't be too big of a surprise, but it's. I mean, I have not seen anything official. So, I'm guessing he's going to be there, but what are you going to do? Just yap. So, guys, everybody, if you came over from Wet Movie One's channel, Wet Movie One, his videos are Ask Anythings. We will get into we're strictly kind of addressing the comments and everything, but it's not an Ask Anything only video. I do like to have content, things that I'm talking about, and not just make the whole video about me, sitting here. So, that's it. So I apologize for taking a while to get to the comments, but there was a lot of news this week. Had to get through them. David Arquette, WCW champion. There you go. David Arquette's a legend. We love David Arquette. B Sculptor. What's up? Yeah, Wet Movie One. He's a little shit talker. I know. It's all good. I'll slap him around next time I see him. OGP, do you have the movie Midnight? The movie Midnight. Are you talking the Midnight movie? Is that what you're talking? The horror movie called Midnight Movie, or is there another one just called Midnight? I have the one called Midnight Movie, which I love. That's a great movie. And when did that come out? Midnight Movie Massacre, Midnight Movie 88. I think we're talking about the same one, right? Love that movie. Robert C. doing good. We are going to watch Hard Eyes next Friday. Decent. Very cool. I hope it's great. I hope it is good. It looks so good. It's great. Bernthal met your expectations. I know. And I'm not, not going to lie, with any celebrity, it's not him, but any celebrity, I'm always a little concerned, because usually my philosophy is the less I know about celebrities, the more I like them, which really makes it cool when I do meet a celebrity who is really cool. It makes me like them even that much more. And so Bernthal is just a badass and a legend. Jason Jones, what's up? And Espacio, what's up? I'm going to take your word for that, because I understand a little bit of Spanish, but reading it, nope. Sorry. Many thanks. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, no, Liv, that's very cool. And yeah, my bad for not knowing sooner. You should give King Richard with Jon Bernthal a watch. It's just the tennis one with Will Smith. And so I passed on King Richard because that came out, or whenever I would have seen it would have been around the time of the slap and stuff. Maybe it came out earlier, but like tennis movie, I was like, but that's about like Venus and Serena Williams' dad, right? I think his name's Richard. Um, but John's great in it. Maybe I'll have to check it out. Love Hurts is an old Nazareth song. Oh, okay, I got you. So, well, Love Hurts, I don't know if it has any correlation with that. But Love Hurts it's I think in relation to the movie being kind of like a Valentine's Day movie, because if you look at the artwork for it, it's got those little like heart candies that have the words on them and stuff. So it's definitely a Valentine's Day movie, and so is Heart Eyes. They both are. But I think I don't necessarily know that it has any other play on words other than how it pertains to the story, but it looks great. I absolutely cannot wait. Between Companion last week, Love Hurts, and Hard Eyes, come on. This is a great 2-week span of movie watching. So there's a lot going on there. But did I mention I got to hang out with the Punisher? I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. That I got to spend a few minutes hanging out with the Punisher. That is so badass. I'm still like in disbelief. And so it's funny because at times people will ask, oh, what's, the coolest celebrity, the most famous person you've ever met. And I try to think, is there anybody bigger that I've met and than Bernthal? And that's a tough one at this point. All the celebrities at conventions, like Jamie Kennedy. Man, I'm drawing blanks. I'd have to go back and look through all the celebrities I've ever met, but I don't know that I've ever met anybody. I mean, Tobin Bell or Jon Bernthal. I would think Bernthal would be a little more famous because of like The Walking Dead. Tobin Bell is going to be someone that fans of horror movies are fans of, but Bernthal, you've got Walking Dead, so you've got the horror fans. You've got all these other things like the Pacific, and he's in that. What's that? The TV show about the restaurant. The guy that played Lip in Shameless is in it. Like he's in that. So he's in all kinds of different things. Bernthal's all over the map as far as what he does, what he acts in. So I would think Bernthal probably be a little more famous than Tobin Bell. I'm not sure, but man, meeting some of the celebrities that I've met, at all the different conventions, it's hard to say who may be the most famous. But man, that's a tough question. I only met Robert Englund. Well, that's a pretty big legend right there, Sean. That is a badass one. Oh yeah, Wolf of Wall Street. That's right. Yes, John was in Wolf of Wall Street too. Another great one. But man, so many good things. So many good things that he has been in. But man, I'm gonna have to go back and look at my live stream intro and start looking at some of the pictures because I just without having a list in front of me, my memory sucks. But let's see here. Well, Tommy Davidson was pretty famous. Doug Bradley's pretty famous. Let's see here. Other celebrities. Oh, Michael Irby from Mayans, but I still think Bernthal's more famous than him. Let's see here. Who may be more famous? Lee Waddell, not so much. John Carpenter. So you could argue John Carpenter's pretty damn famous. That's a good one. Let's see here. Bill Moseley, not nearly as famous. Reggie Bannister, not so much. Nick Castle. I mean, they're all very famous people. And in the horror world, we know them. But in the big picture, Jonathan Breck. Oh, yeah. Tobin Bell was in Goodfellas. And that is very accurate. And he was also, what TV show was that he was, or what was it, a TV show or movie where he played like the dean of a school? And it was The Sopranos. He was in The Sopranos. When AJ was like being a little dick, and Tony and Carmela took him to the military school. Tobin Bell was like the military officer that they took him to. So yeah, I mean Tobin Bell's pretty damn famous. Let's see here. Looking at some of the others, Jeff Daniel Phillips, not so much. I mean, these are famous people, but I don't think they're on the level of like Bernthal, Sean Whalen, Sid Haig. They're famous, but not so much. Fluffy Gamer, Web Movie One. No, they're pretty famous guys right there. Cinestalker, Fat Samurai guy. Yeah, they're not quite there. But man, over the last few years, going to all these conventions, meeting some of these people, it would be hard to say maybe who's the most famous, because I guess that's arguable. But I'll tell you, as far as meeting John Carpenter, epic. So I think John Carpenter, Tobin Bell, and Jonathan Breck to me was pretty much on that level. But he's not as famous nearly as like Jon Bernthal. So, anyways, it's still cool. I love going to conventions for all that stuff. John Carpenter by a mile, no question. Even you think John Carpenter? I mean, I know The Thing and all that, but nowadays and age, because John Carpenter, his movies are old, and so nowadays, a lot of young folks may not even know who John Carpenter is anymore if they're not horror fans. It's funny. I recently was talking to a younger, probably about a 20-year-old girl, and I mentioned eBay. And you know what she says to me about eBay? She goes, "Oh, I remember that site." I'm like, wow. I know Amazon has kind of stepped in and really pushed eBay off to the side, but to say I remember eBay, I was like, damn, I don't know why, but that makes me feel old. But it's hard to argue. It's hard to argue with you about John Carpenter, because when you start thinking about Halloween and The Thing and some of these movies, yeah, that's one hell of a resume. But you look at Jonathan or like Jon Bernthal's resume, it's amazing. Liv has met 3 famous people. They're all heroes. Danny and Mike from The Adventures of Pete and Pete, and one of my favorite songwriters, Michelle Zauner AKA Japanese Breakfast. Very nice. And see, this is the difference. Me being my age and Liv being much younger than me, I have no idea who those 3 people she mentioned are. So it's all like, based on your prerogative, of who and who you were experienced, or exposed to, I should say. One more Coors Light for the night. Decent. I'm saving up for this weekend. I'll be drinking some Coors Lights. We'll be doing some silver bullets with John Ward out there in Vegas. Probably going to see Imagine and who knows who else out there. But it's going to be fun. We're going to get John Ward moved, and we're going to have a little fun on top of that too. Live style childhood memories of Pete and Pete. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know Pete and Pete. Forgive me for that. But I did want to mention also, I kind of teased this earlier, when it comes to autograph collecting and movie collecting, I am kind of taking a step back from that, because one, I don't have room for anything else. You look around this room here, I mean, like floor to ceiling, we are covered in autographs and movies and memorabilia. The whole room is completely covered. I'm get stuff in front of the window now. So I kind of thought, and I'm glad I was going with Nocturno, because part of me said, don't even go to Creep I.E, save your money. Because I knew once I went in, I was going to go no matter what, because I needed to meet Jon Bernthal, and the idea of Tobin Bell, he's not exactly a spring chicken. So getting to meet them both, like I had to go. But here's the thing. Like when I met Jon Bernthal, I said, I'm just going to get his picture. And then when I walked up to the table and I saw all the photographs he had available that he would sign, I had to get one. Even though I had his Funko signed, I had to get a picture. So now I have an autographed photograph of the Punisher and a signed Funko from Jon Bernthal, which they're not up for sale. Don't get your hopes up on that. I love me some Bernthal and I love me some Punisher. But those autographs up there, those are autographs that I really wanted. And Tobin Bell, that's an autograph I really wanted. Now, I sit here and I think, what other autographs off the top of my head do I know I want that I don't have? Denzel Washington, number 1. Jack Nicholson, James Gandolfini. Jack Nicholson and James Gandolfini, if I'm able to, I will never get them. Jack is not going to be out doing autograph signings. And James has passed away. We all know Tony Soprano. Rest in peace, James Gandolfini. They're not very attainable. So I would have to be buying one, and that's going to cost me over $1,000. So I'm not going to do that. Denzel is attainable. I can go get a Denzel. I'm not anticipating that I'll be able to get Denzel in person, but I could buy him through an auction, through a website. But Denzel was probably going to cost, $250 to $300. So, but those are the ones that I really want, that I can think of off the top of my head. There are probably others that I'm like, oh yeah, I would really want theirs. Gene Wilder. I'd love to have a Gene Wilder autograph. Obviously, we're not getting him in person, and to buy him would be very expensive. But in this, a lot of you may go like, oh, blasphemy, OGP, blasphemy. Would it be cool to have a Michael J. Fox autograph? Yes. Do I need it? No. Would it be cool to have, man, I can't, I've drawn a blank, like pick a celebrity that I don't have on the wall. Cause I got a ton that I don't have. Oh, there you go. Ozzy Osbourne. I would love to have Ozzy's autograph. I'm never spending that much money. I'm never going to do it. So that's one I'll never get. And I'm okay with that. But I need to, I don't want to be out just buying autographs because the celebrities are there. For example, and I'm very much looking forward to this convention. In May, we have Retro Palm Springs coming up. It's like a sister convention to the Creep I.E Con and Creep I.E Aftermath. So they have 3 conventions now. The new one is the first time it's happening is in May, I think May 2nd and 3rd, Saturday and Sunday in Palm Springs, California. I believe it's Saturday, Sunday. Could be Friday, Saturday, but I think it's Saturday, Sunday in Palm Springs. And they're doing a Saved by the Bell reunion and a 90210 reunion. So I'm like, do I need Mario Lopez autograph, or do I need, like the Saved by the Bell cast, on a sign? I don't. Would it be cool to have? Yeah, hell yeah. Do I need it? Is it something that I need in my collection? No. So that's where I'm kind of like at this point going like, I got to be real. Who do I really, really, really love and want their autograph versus who is just going to be there? And so I'm trying to be more selective. Now, I get to a convention, my emotions start going, and I'm like, shit, I want that person. And then I go get them. And then I'm like, why'd I buy this? I love it. It's great. But I should be either spending my money on movies I don't have or other things, making memories. And that's one thing that my wife and I are all about, is traveling and making memories more than just having things. We do a lot of traveling, and when we're old and can't go do things, I want to remember all the good times. And so I'd rather spend my money on that stuff, or doing things with my kids, or doing things with friends or family, going out to see Wet Movie One, or going down to see Cinestalker, going places, going to Texas to see my brother, Fluff, Robert, Justin, everybody that's out there. So I need to start kind of refocusing, because I spent so much money on this, and what's the point now, even if I can't display it? So I'm kind of taking a step back a little bit from collecting autographs. And before too long, and it's funny, Anthony asked me, he goes, did you ever do a movie collection video? And I have not. And I still owe Gail pictures of my movies. He wanted to send me something. And so I told him I'd send him an updated list, of the movies that I do have. So I need to get that over to Gail. But I need to do a collection video. And this is pretty much just horror with a little sci-fi. And every once in a while, you get like a Criterion of like The Breakfast Club, or a Criterion of whatever else, something that might not be horror, but it's like a boutique label or something. So it'll be in here. But I need to do that collection video that I've been talking about doing for a while. But I'll also do an updated autograph video at some point here down the road. And you can see what I've got autograph wise. And then we could debate what should I get or what should I not. Now, I do know I have a Funko Pop up there that I did not get autographed by Jonathan Breck when I met him. So I'm praying. And I did. When I talked to Nick over the weekend at Creep I.E, I was like, dude, we need Jonathan Breck here. We really need Jonathan Breck. And also I was like throwing out the idea that we need a Dexter cast reunion. So he'll never tell me. I don't know before they announce who the guests are. So I only find out when you find out who the guests are. But the Dexter idea, I mean, that's a pretty solid idea now that everybody's coming back. Hopefully they can pull him some point. They were in Texas. They did a Dexter reunion a while back in Texas. So hopefully they can get him out here. That would be epic. I already have Michael C. Hall's autograph with John Lithgow up there from the best season of Dexter, one of the best seasons of TV ever. Was the Trinity Killer? Was that what John Lithgow was called? But I've got that up there. So I don't know what I would do. Would I go pay for another Michael C. Hall to get him on a complete Dexter cast? Because I would love to have like Jennifer Carpenter and like the rest of the cast. So I don't know how I would handle that, but I would definitely want to get more of Dexter autographs. So there are some out there that I need. There's some that I got to go like, you know what? I can't buy them all. So I gotta slow my roll. So that's what I'm doing with that. And then when it comes to movies, I'm really trying to stick to the movies on my list. And now I bought some more recently. And this is one thing I love when you all give me recommendations, because I am that kind of nerd where I keep a list here. Let me get to a page that has like kind of a lot going on or whatever. So the letter I right there. So like I need Inside, the 2007 horror kind of Christmas movie. And then I need like Inframan. I need Insidious. I need to upgrade the first one. I need to upgrade part 2. And then Insidious 3, I don't even own. And then The Last Key, I still need to get a copy of that. And then the movie Identity, I need to upgrade. So I make notes and have a list, and I try to stick to this so I don't just go buy movies and buy things that I don't want. So I love getting recommendations from you all. A lot of the movies in here are stuff that you all recommended, and I make notes, and then I watch a trailer, and if it looks good, I go, ooh, yeah, and I add it to the list. So I have my other list, which this was my old one, but now I kind of use it to jot down notes and stuff. When you all mention stuff, and then I kind of do the homework and then put it over here on the other list. So I'm trying to really slow down on the things that I'm buying. So, there's a lot of money. There's so many things that we love and we can spend money on, but I'd rather have the memories than a room full of stuff. So don't get me wrong. I love my room full of stuff, and I love the conventions. And one of the best things about the conventions is seeing friends and meeting people. And forgive me, I meant to say this earlier and I have forgotten. So if you are watching right now, when I was doing the live stream at Creep I.E, I was walking around and there was a guy with a lady, and the guy tells me, OGP, I watch your videos. And I was like, thanks, man. I'm live right now. And I kept going. Afterwards, I was like, dude, I was kind of rude. I was kind of rude to that guy. I did not mean to be rude, but I was like in a live stream going. And here's the reason I didn't stop and talk to him is that not everybody I meet wants to be on camera, especially at first. At first, Nocturno didn't want to be on camera. At first, Shadow Man didn't want to be on camera. A lot of these Matt didn't want to be on camera, and now they've all kind of come around, but a lot of folks don't want to be on camera. And so whoever you were, I apologize. I did not mean to be rude to you. Thank you for watching. And, please let me know who you are. Cause I should have at least said, oh man, what comment? Let me know who you are. But forgive me for that. I meant to say that right off the bat earlier, but there was so much news this week. I was trying to get through it all. And I saw the comments blowing up. I was like, oh, I got to get caught up here. Spirits and Screams, you are awesome. OGP is Wet Movie One. Well, thank you very much. I love hearing your thoughts on movies and hearing about the stuff you're checking out. Well, thank you very much. I love that. That is so awesome. And yeah, I love, man, talking movies and talking all this stuff with you all is great. And especially like, like I was sitting there watching Dexter and they made a reference to a character from one of the other seasons. And I was like, I need to talk to somebody about this. I need to talk to somebody, but it was like 2:00 in the morning. I was like, I'm not going live to talk about this right now. But I was like, I need to talk to somebody. And now I forget which character it was that they referenced. But it was so cool. I love the stuff they're doing with that show. But thank you for that, for the kind words there, Spirits and Screams. That's awesome. A Fluffy is famous when he up in Vegas. No. That is the girl with the funny laugh from Ridiculousness. Chanel West Coast. That's Chanel West Coast is famous when she's up in Vegas. Curious if anyone in the chat has ever gone to Astronomicon in Michigan. I just recently found out about it, but it's super close to me. Sting is going to be there, and he was one of my very first crushes. No way, Liv. I would love to meet Sting. And so, and at Creep I.E, they just had Scott Ian from Anthrax there. And I was like, I'm standing in the same room, just a few feet away from Scott Ian. I'm like, this is badass. I love Anthrax. So, and I love Sting too. Sting is great. The Police were great. I mean, the fact that he's like still singing this many years later is amazing. He has some great pipes, but I don't really collect musicians' autographs, and that's not something I want to start. I don't need to get into collecting anything else. Now, I would have to ask Matt, because Matt grew up and lived a lot of his life in Michigan before moving out to Vegas. He still has family, and he goes back to Michigan all the time. Jude lives in Michigan, but I have not seen Jude in the chat yet tonight. Hopefully she is doing well. But I don't know if Jude has ever. My guess is Jude probably has not gone to a convention. She doesn't seem like the person. Oh, Liv. Oh, you talking about Sting the wrestler? Is that's a wrestler, right? And how funny to me. And see, further proof that everything depends on you, how old you are. Because for me, as somebody mentioned Sting, I'm like, oh, the singer from the Police. For you, the wrestler. Funny. I know the name, but I would not know who Sting is. I wouldn't be able to identify him in person. I would have no clue. But oh, look at this. What up, Mr. Matt in the house. So Matt, Liv was asking if anybody had ever been to Astronomicon in Michigan. Did you ever go to Astronomicon in Michigan? Astronomicon? I've never been. That kind of tempting for my Name is Earl reunion. Oh, My Name is Earl reunion would be great. That would be a great one to go. I was in love with the 90s version of Sting. Gotcha. Well, Matt's never been. Look at this. Matt, are you going to party with OGP in Vegas soon? Well, Wicked Network, as previously mentioned, I will be out there Saturday and Sunday to help John Ward move, and then I'll be heading home Monday because I got to do one of these, so I need to be home by like Monday at 7 p.m. But hopefully Matt and John Ward and I are partying it up. Yeah, I'd be Matt. No, Matt, we don't want to party with you this weekend. No, Matt's allowed. But no, Matt. So this week we're talking about this. The movies Heart Eyes comes out this week, and Love Hurts. And so I'm thinking I'll probably watch Hard Eyes on Thursday and Love Hurts, the one with Data where he's a badass. Maybe we go watch that Saturday night at the AMC theater there by your house. But definitely want to go see Love Hurts. So okay, nice. Well, I threw it out there to John. He has not responded to me yet. But we should do that Saturday night. We should totally do that Saturday night. So I did actually watch the show, but I love the actors. Oh, you didn't watch My Name is Earl? That it's a great show. It's a very funny show. My Name is Earl a lot of times kind of reminds me of like an American version of Trailer Park Boys at times. At times. Decent. Speaking of decent, Matt, I saw a picture. Somebody posted. I was scrolling through Facebook, getting pissed off for all the bullshit I was seeing on there, and but somebody posted a picture how somebody in their town was using a projector and was broadcasting Trailer Park Boys on the water tower in town, and you just saw this gigantic Bubbles face up on the water tower. Hysterical, absolutely hysterical. But yeah, no, we'll definitely have to go see Saturday night. We'll go check out Love Hurts. We'll go see that this Saturday. What are your thoughts on all these plane crashes? What up, Bowser? How you doing? Man, we're talking about Jonathan Breck a lot. I need Jonathan Breck in my life again because I need this Funko Pop autographed, and he's just a great dude. My Name, it did film. I heard something about that, but I've never really dove into it. I know like the is it like the trailer park, that like fake trailer park or something? Wasn't that like constructed out in like the valley? It was like in the back of like a church or something, I think. But they filmed in different areas around Southern California. IETV, that's interesting. I'll definitely have to look that up and maybe go visit some of these locations because that's my backyard right there. But thoughts on the plane crashes. So, it is you hear the one plane crash and you're like, man, 67 lives. That's devastating. And then you hear about the small plane crash in Philadelphia. And when you learn what happened there, we don't know exactly what caused the crash, but I don't feel like there was a correlation at all. It was just coincidence that they happened kind of close together as far as dates. But then we hear about a plane that was taken off from somewhere that like a big plane that caught on fire, and they had to evacuate the plane. Scary stuff. I'll tell you, because every time I fly, and I enjoy flying, and I'm the guy that wants to sit by the window and stare out, and I get there and my neck is sore because I've been looking out the window the whole time. I love flying, but at the same time, I always think I'm like, in my mind, I'm a Debbie Downer because I'm always thinking worst case scenario. Or I should say, I'm always thinking worst case Ontario, right, Matt? Worst case Ontario. So the military helicopter crashing into the plane is very suspicious. There's an angle where you see that helicopter coming for a long time. It's very suspicious. I don't want to dive into conspiracy theories and all that stuff because I think at this point, whatever you believe, whatever the cause could have been for that crash and 67 people losing their lives, it is devastating. And whatever the cause may be, that will come out. When they go through the black boxes, they found them, and we will find out down the road at some point. But 67 lives. Young kids, professional skaters, like a lot of ice skaters, and their coaches and their families. And then there was a group of guys that were on a hunting trip in Kansas that were going home, a group of friends. And so it's devastating. And the crazy thing is, one of the skaters, because I think he had a dog and he couldn't take the dog on the plane. So he ended up having to drive back. So he lived, and the rest of the group that he was with died in that plane crash. Very sad stuff. But that guy, I mean, that's like a Final Destination kind of thing where he lived, and they didn't. And then the hunters, there was like 7 of them and maybe 10 total, but 3 didn't take the flight or something. So imagine half your friends don't make it home, and that's just devastating. And then the crash in Philadelphia, and I won't harp on this all night because I know, yes, this is Debbie Downer stuff, but the crash in Philadelphia, you had a girl, a child who I think was from Mexico with her mom, and they went to Philadelphia to get a life-saving procedure for this little girl. And then she was flying to Missouri, and then I think taking another flight back to Mexico. And then that plane goes down. Just devastating stuff. So my heart does go out to all of those people. And thankfully the other plane that caught on fire, I am very happy that they all got evacuated and stuff. But it's scary. And it's crazy because Fluffy's talking about taking a flight somewhere soon. Not that the person he's going to go see will see this, but now Fluffy's all paranoid about getting on an airplane. After all this stuff, you can't really blame him. Let's see. Liv says, I'm sure I'd like to show if I watch. It just never came up on my radar for whatever reason. Love white trash type shows like Trailer Park Boys. Also just finished Malcolm in the Middle tonight. Nice. Malcolm in the Middle, great show. Trailer Park Boys, great show. Yeah, my name is Earl. That's a fun one. I can't say that I've seen every episode, but the good thing is, like Matt mentions down here, like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, you don't have to watch them in order. There are some that kind of follow along, but you don't have to watch them in order. But It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Matt, and so Matt and Justin been telling me, oh, the show's so funny, so funny, so funny. Matt always harping on me for not watching, or recommending it to me over and over. And I never got to it. Well, Matt and I started watching this last trip out to Vegas. We sat there and we must have watched like at least 7 episodes all together over, the whole time I was out there, 2 nights or whenever we watched it. We watched a lot of episodes and they're hysterical, absolutely hysterical. It was great. I love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The cast is great. The comedy is great. They're just hilarious. I just haven't seen a lot of them, and I will be watching more when I get time. But time is not on my side. When he gets run over, it plays every episode into when he gets run over, it plays every episode in the intro is on Pennsylvania and 6th Street. Oh, the car wash. It looked exactly the same up until this year. Oh, are you talking about up in Beaumont? And my name is Earl. No way. That is very interesting and good to know. Oh, Pennsylvania and 6th. Oh, so Pennsylvania is 6th. Is that Ramsey? Or is that like a block or 2 up from Ramsey? But I know where Pennsylvania, and if maybe does Ramsey turn into 6th Street, I think, or something like that. But man, that's cool. It's too bad it changed already, but I'll have to go check that out. That's awesome. Nocturnal, I think, gives a thumbs up to My Name is Earl, right? Let's see here. And we bounced across seasons with the episodes. I know. And yeah, but like you said, Matt, you don't have to watch them in order. So that's awesome. Jaden Smith. What up, Jaden? How you doing tonight? But so let me recap briefly here. I think I'm caught up in the comments kind of. So, well, Steve Mayers just jumped in. What's up, Steve? How you doing? Good to see you. So this is what's going to happen. Tomorrow, the plan is for me to go see, well, might as well pull up the stuff here. So tomorrow I'm going to go to the theater and check out Companion. I have not been able to see it yet because of Creep I.E this past weekend and just busy. We had like a plumbing situation. I had to get plumbers back out of the house and stuff. That was a fiasco. My wife's birthday was last week. And so I just have not, between all that stuff, I have not seen Companion yet. Plan is to watch it tomorrow, put up a review for you on Wednesday. Then I'll be on Thursday watching Heart Eyes, putting up a review of that on Friday. And then Saturday night, I'll be in Vegas, should be seeing Love Hurts with John Ward and Matt. Hopefully I haven't got the confirmation from John yet, but I'm sure he'll be down for it. And we'll go see Love Hurts, and I'll put up a review for that on Sunday. Sunday, I'll be out there helping John move to his new place. Very happy for him. His life has kind of taken a turn in the positive, where he got a promotion at work. He's getting a new place and all these great things going on for him. So I'm very happy for John right now. So that should be the schedule. So 3 reviews coming up over the next week, and then Monday we'll be back at it with another horror movie Monday. And then next week we'll worry about that then, because there's a lot going on. But I'm very excited. There's so many good movies coming out. And then might as well run through. We'll run through quickly through the news again. Before we've been going an hour and 15 minutes already for anybody who wasn't here right off the bat. So the Final Destination Bloodlines trailer came out. It looks great. I'm not the biggest Final Destination fan, because some of the first one is great. I thought it was a very unique movie. I love the first Final Destination. 2, 3, 4, and 5 are like, yeah, whatever. I do love the twist at the end of part 5. No spoilers, won't get into it. But the beginning of part 5, they're like on the bridge and everything, and man, those effects are terrible. Que horrible. They're terrible effects there. And so that's my biggest complaint with the Final Destination movies, is the effects have been trash. If you watch the trailer for the new one here that's coming out in May, it looks good. The trailer looks really, really good. And my guess is that what we're seeing in the trailer is like the first kill of the movie. That's just my guess, because they show us a lot of it. So I think we're going to see that right off the bat and then move on to the full cast. But that looks great. Check out that trailer if you have not seen that. Megan 2.0. The trailer, there's not much there. It's just basically what you see like in this picture right here, where Megan is walking. She's kind of a shadowy figure, and then her face is revealed and she looks like a cartoon. It does not look good. So hopefully the movie is better. The first Megan movie is pretty good. It wasn't my favorite movie ever, but it was okay. And then Failure, Ted Raimi movie, where it's continuously shot. One take, 87 minutes. It's very wobbly. I was not a fan of that, in the trailer, and some of the other actors in the trailer didn't impress me. So I don't know if I'll be going to check that out. Then you got the Hammett movie coming out. Well, these are already out. These are playing. You could stream them. And I didn't mention earlier, the Hammett movie is from the people that made Skinamarink, and it's available on Tubi. I did not mention that earlier. David Arquette signed on to do a new movie that is going to start filming in the summer called Kill or Be Killed. It's kind of cool. Love David Arquette. Toxic Avenger finally got a release date. August 29th, you get to see Toxie finally. And then Dexter is phenomenal. If you have not been seeing Dexter, you need to check it out. But man, back to Creep I.E. Look at that. Look at the OGP shaking hands with the Punisher right there. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm still in awe that I got to meet this dude. What a legend. What a badass. What a great human being. He's so cool. And I had to get the picture right there signed by him. And then Tobin Bell. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture with Tobin Bell. That's Anthony. Anthony is an absolute legend. Love that guy. Him and his brother Nick and their mom. They're all wonderful people. Love that family right there. But Anthony, look at him. Absolutely having a blast. Loving every second getting to hang out with Tobin. And Tobin is signing, but he does have a big smile on his face. He was having a great time. And Lauren, who... and there's my autograph I got from Tobin Bell on the Billy Funko Pop. But Lauren, the badass who made these, who we always see here at the conventions, made these bracelets for everybody. She was there and she made her big bear trap like this. Look, or not bear trap, but whatever. Well, I think they call it the bear trap, right? But she has a big one of these that fits over her head, and she dresses up like in the Shawnee Smith look. And she does it I've seen her do it a couple of conventions at least. But she wore that and was showing Tobin Bell, having a great time with it. So that was awesome. And like Tobin Bell, I think that was her holy grail moment of meeting celebrities. So very happy for her on that. But man, Creep I.E. was amazing. I had an absolute blast. If you have not seen the video, I did a live stream there, walking around touring the whole place, getting yelled at by security, which was hilarious. Because then, then they saw the badge and they're like, my bad, carry on. I was like, thank you. What's up? You know what's up. But man, I had a blast at Creep I.E. The video link for that, I mean, it's on the channel. It's the last video I put out, but I just dropped a link right down below here anyways, so you can check that out. Something else I did kind of want to talk about too is we'll get into that in just a second. Let me address a couple of these comments here. Saw Companion last night, loved it. Decent, nice, Steve. That's awesome. Can't wait to see it. Matthew Lillard, Scream 7. I called it. Yeah. And the rumor is now too that Skeet's coming back too. So maybe we get Skeet and Matthew. I mean, you get one, the other would make sense, right? So we shall see. Planets lined up tonight. Oh, Sean, is tonight the night where they were saying like all the planets are lining up? I heard that was happening. That's awesome. Does that mean we can make a wish or something? Yeah. You know what? Hopefully that'd be cool. Oh, if you have not seen this, we just did one of our ultra terrestrial videos with Mel, myself, and Master Chaos a couple days ago on the ultra terrestrial channel. That link is also down below. We had on an amazing guest. She was like, I think clairvoyant is what you say, how you refer to her. And she was doing readings for Master Chaos and myself. It was epic. And then she even did a little reading for Mel. And I felt so bad for Mel because Mel got emotional because what she said hit home with Mel. That video is up on Ultra Terrestrials right now. And then we recorded another one afterwards that I'm not sure if Master Chaos released yet or not, but it will be up soon. And I'm going to see if I can actually look right now to see if Master Chaos posted that already. Where is the Ultra Terrestrials channel? I gotta find it. I'm subscribed to too many people. I can't find the ones. I never can find the ones I'm looking. There we go. Ultra Terrestrials videos. So he has not released the other one yet, but we watched a video that was a bunch of clips of supposed UFOs, and we kind of decided whether we thought they were real or not. That is also going to be available very soon on the Ultra Terrestrials. And then we have another video coming up, I think February 12th, that we're going to shoot a live stream. So join us for that. So Ultra Terrestrials links are down below. So please check those out. It was a lot of fun. And our guest was absolutely amazing. And let's see here, live psychic reading and Azriel. Her link is in the video there where you can find out about her, because she does, you can get her to do readings for you. But you may have to wait in line and stuff because she's very busy. She's good at what she does. But that was an amazing video. And so I love being a part of that with Mel and Mr. Master Chaos. We have a great time doing those videos. But we get caught up on the comments here real quick, and then I want to talk about some other things with Creep I.E, because somebody somebody commented on my video about the convention, and I want to address that because they were not happy. Let's see. I'm going to catch up on Scream after hearing about Matthew Lillard. Nice. Yeah, you know what? And Scream, that's a franchise I could rewatch. I got them all. No, I don't think I have 4 in 4K. Did 4 ever come out in 4K? But I got 5 and 6 in 4K, and I think I got maybe 1 through 3 I don't even have in 4K, because I think I had that like in a Blu-ray pack. But I know 4 I don't have in 4K. But anyways, they're great. Even if Blu-ray, they're amazing to watch. I'll definitely, before 7 comes out, I'm definitely going to rewatch them all again. Can you link it, OGP? I'm not the most tech savvy. Which one are you talking about? You talking about the well, the links are down below for Ultra Terrestrials. It's, if you scroll through the video description, just in my description down there, if you go through, the link for Ultra Terrestrials is right there. Which, let me see if I can pull it up. And then the link for the live stream from Creep I.E, they're also both there. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, open this, and then pause that. Okay, and then open that, and now let me share the screen. I'm going to pull it up right now for you. There we go. Okay. So if you go, like, if you're down here, like, this is the video, right? This is my video. There's a commercial right there. And then there's the comments off to the side. But if you scroll down here, right, the first blue link right there, the YouTube link, I commented right above it, Creep I.E Con live stream. That's right there. But then if you go down a little bit more, it says join Master Chaos, Mel, and OGP on Ultra Terrestrials. There's the links for those right there. So they're right there in the video description, right down below in this video as we speak. So you should be able to find them right there. So this video with the clairvoyant, or just the channel, please. Yes. So it's right there in this video description. So if you have a hard time with that, let me know, because for whatever reason, I try and drop links in the chat and they don't work or something. So maybe my settings are wrong or something. I don't know, but I apologize. But you got it. Nice. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So anyways, so let me talk about this with Creep I.E for a minute, because I want to, well, let's see. Dominic says, I'm making my anthology feature later this month, OGP. Nice. Very cool. I know you've been talking about that for a while. That's very cool. Maybe we do a video, maybe do a live stream together and have you come on and talk about it again, or whatever. Dominic, reach out to me. Let me know if you follow me on Instagram or something. Let me know, or maybe we can talk about it in a live stream. Tonight we're already going an hour and a half, so don't have time to dive into it, because I got another topic here I need to cover. But we could do a live stream together and maybe get you on, talk about your feature and what you got going on, and you know, if anybody can help or whatever. So, but that's awesome, Dominic. Very happy for you. So, talking about Creep I.E, somebody commented in the video saying that they thought the convention was run poorly and the line was really long, and they were not happy because of the way things were going. Here's the deal. I can tell you, and I am friends with them, and so I hope you believe me, because I'm being dead serious. Swear to God. Nick, Brian, and the others that are involved with putting on Creep I.E, and this includes Malfunction, who represents a lot of talent at a lot of different conventions. I can tell you, they all want you, the attendees, the fans, they want you to have fun. And so they try. It's like, okay, if we have all these people come in and we got 100,000 people who want Jon Bernthal or Tobin Bell's autograph, that's going to be a long line. And so that's tough. Now, if you're standing in that general admission line and it takes forever because you see the VIP line moving quicker, well, the VIP people, they paid more money so they could get that privilege. So you have to understand that the VIP option was open to everybody. Anybody could have bought that. And now you say, OGP, well, the VIP is too expensive. I couldn't afford that. Well, look at it this way. If you go to a convention and buy a 3-day pass, you could get the 3-day pass, probably going to cost you more than 1 day's VIP at Creep I.E. So you get the 1-day VIP at Creep I.E, and you'll be able to get in there, and you will be able to get all the autographs you want and still have time to walk around and see all the vendors and everything else that there is to offer. You can do it all in 1 day. Now, a place like San Diego Comic-Con, different story. That place is so freaking huge. It's a different ballgame. But for Creep I.E Con, or something like Midsummer Scream, or Days of the Dead, or any of these, I don't want to call them smaller conventions, but horror conventions, these type of places, most of them offer a VIP. And you get in there, you get to go to the front of the line, and you get your autographs and you move on. Don't buy the whole weekend, buy the 1-day pass, and it will cost you the same, and get in there and get the autographs quick. And then you don't stand in line all day. The VIPs go on sale. Creep I.E announces them. That is an opportunity that's out there for everybody. They're trying to do things, and they're always looking for feedback and want to try and improve the experience for everybody. So I know they're trying. So whoever that was that wasn't happy, I apologize. that you were not happy. I don't represent or work for them at all, but I talk about the convention a lot on here. And if anybody learned about it from me and went because of me, I hope you have, and I just want everybody there to have a good time. But especially if you learned about it from me and went, I really take a personal interest in you having a good time there. And I wouldn't recommend something that I don't think you're going to have a good time. But you have to, it's like going to Disneyland now. You don't just walk into Disneyland, you get the app and you find out what rides are first and you get the fast pass thing and you got to plan it out so you can do everything. That's the way you have to do these conventions. That's why the week before, I do a planning video where I talk about my game plan, what I'm going to do, who to get, how much they're going to be. You want to plan all this stuff ahead of time. So you get in there and know what you're doing, have the best time, and get all the autographs you want. Now, that's not always possible. Maybe you only have money for one day to go get the general admission ticket, and that's all you can do. And that's a bummer. One thing I'll recommend, get there early as heck and get in line. That you can do that. And then once the VIPs are in, you go in right after them. You get the front of the general admission line. It's not going to be that bad. Now, Tobin Bell, Jon Bernthal, and Elvira, all three of them rolled into the convention late. There is nothing malfunction or the promoters can do about that. If the talent shows up late, they show up late. Jon Bernthal wasn't that late. Tobin Bell was later, and Elvira was way late. But that's not on the convention. That's a shit happens. It's a bummer kind of deal. So, you know, I hate to see anybody not having a great experience, but there are ways to plan to try and make your experience as best as possible. Another thing to think about is if you go in and somebody's line is just ridiculously long, but you want them, go walk around, do some of the other stuff, and come back to them later. And at the end of the day, if you're in line, they're not going to kick you out of line and close the door. They're going to let that line go. So even if you're getting your autograph signed 20 minutes, half hour after the convention technically closes, you're still going to get your autograph. But get into line and, and wait it out at the end of the day instead of wasting your whole day at the beginning of the day. So, I mean, there's things to do. So I hate that anybody wasn't happy because of waiting in line, but it's part of it. Shit. And if you thought that line was long, you should have seen Nev Campbell at Monster Palooza. Good luck even getting in that line. They kept capping it. There were so many people that couldn't even, they told, sorry, you are not getting Nev Campbell's autograph today because their line's too long. So that kind of thing happens. You go hop into line at LA Comic Con. Those lines make Creep I.E look like a walk in the park. So there are some obscene lines out there at some of these conventions. It's just part of it. And you have to, as a convention goer, plan ahead. So that's all I want to say about that. I will do the videos before the conventions talking about the game plan. It's up to you when you get your ticket to make the best of it. But like I said, I personally don't get the weekend pass. Get the one-day VIP and knock them all out. That's what I would do. So there's that. What's up, Stacy? What's going on? How you doing? Are you still alive? Just got home from work. Ooh, well, I am. I'm hopefully you get to relax and enjoy the rest of your evening, and hopefully you didn't have a bad day at work. But man, I do owe Stacy a little bit of apology because I was so mad that Patrick Mahomes is going to be back in the Super Bowl, and being a Kansas City fan, she didn't like what I had to say about Taylor Swift, but I'm not a Taylor Swift fan either. So I didn't mean to come up like I was frustrated. And by saying I wish Taylor Swift would fall out of the box, I don't want to wish her any pain. I just want her to disappear. Just want her to go away. That's it. Just go away. You know, as far as a person, Patrick Mahomes is a pretty likable guy. He'll never be the GOAT like Tom Brady. He could win 10 Super Bowls. Tom Brady's still going to be the GOAT because Tom Brady played in a physically tougher era where he could get hit. Patrick Mahomes can't. But yeah, I know you love your Chiefs, but Travis Kelce, that's your guy, right? But what's he doing? Somebody got to get in there and knock that Taylor Swift out of the way and get his head screwed on right. And Isaiah, I don't even know who Isaiah is. Not a Chiefs fan. I'm a Pats fan. Let's go Pats. Sean rooting for the Eagles over there. The Eagles. What's up, Sean? What's up? How is it that the mayor of Philadelphia gets in front of the microphone and goes, E-G-L? She couldn't even spell Eagles. Like, what are you doing? You're the mayor and you're spelling Eagles, E-G-L. Oh, no, man. That was embarrassing. That I was embarrassed for her for that. He's number 10. Okay. I'm not going to be watching the Super Bowl. I will be helping John Board move. I am not interested in seeing Kendrick Lamar at the halftime show. The commercials, you can watch them on YouTube afterwards. And I really don't. I wish both teams would lose this Super Bowl. Not a fan of either. So I won't be watching it all. But if you're watching, I hope things go your way for you. Let's see here. This would have been a fun Super Bowl with the Lions. I know. What happened to the Lions, man? They looked so good and then just got stomped by the Rams. I don't know. That was so weird. The Lions look so good, but maybe it'll be a learning lesson for them for next year, because I think the Bears are still going to be a mess. Green Bay isn't what they used to be. And Minnesota's going to be tough, but they could still, I think the Lions can either still take that division or get a wild card for sure next year. So it would be cool to see the Lions go deep in the playoffs. There you go. The Bears. That's right. Stacey knows what's up. The Bears. The college I work for had a game today, a home one, and we won it. Well, that's good. That's awesome. And the last few we lost, so it's good to get a win. Well, there you go. Yeah, and that's you can't win them all, and so you just appreciate the little ones. Redskins stomped the Lions. Not the my bad. Was that the Redskins? Who did the Rams beat? Oh no, the Rams beat Minnesota. My bad. The Rams beat Minnesota. Okay, yeah, no, and you know what? I'm not. I don't want to admit this publicly, or nothing. So I'm not going to admit this publicly. But I was kind of pulling for the Redskins this year, because Jon Bernthal's a Redskins fan. That's what kind of nerd I am. Like Jon Bernthal is a massive Redskins fan. So I was like, root for my guys team right there. Right. But man, they look good, but man, the Eagles got themselves a good football team. So do the Chiefs. So we'll see how it goes. There you go. Sean says, go Lions. Read your question. Oh, my bad. Did I miss it? Antonis, OGP, I watched a first time watch horror movie last night called Paranormal Activity 2. Have you seen it before? Yes, I have. In fact, I believe I've seen all the Paranormal Activity movies now. My collection is over here somewhere, but yes, I've seen them all. Paranormal Activity 1, 2, and 3 are great. I love them all. So I definitely recommend you follow that up with part 3. Antonis, definitely check out part 3, and 4 is pretty good. 5, but 6 is pretty fun too. So check out the whole franchise. I recommend it. I would totally check them out. And this is a nice little box set to have with all 6 movies right there. Definitely we get that. Is there a 7th? Kind of thinking there might have been a 7th. I don't remember though. This would have been okay. We got Matt's comment there. This Detroit girly who doesn't give a heck about sports would have liked to see the Lions as well, right? And yeah, you know what? Most of the folks, online talking movies and stuff aren't the biggest sports fans. I'm a pretty big sports fan. Some of us are, but I get it. I understand. We like what we like, and that's cool. I'm never going to be pushing anything on anybody, but when your hometown team has a chance, it's tough not to root for them. You really want to see them do good. And like for me, if my hometown team, if Boston or San Diego aren't doing good, all I care about is that every LA team loses. That's all I care about. I just want the Dodgers to suck. I want the Lakers to suck. I used to like the Lakers. Shaq Kobe era, I was down with the Lakers, but LeBron James can suck it. But I want the Dodgers to lose. I want the Rams to lose. I want the Chargers to lose. Anything LA, I want them to lose. The Kings, lose. LA, that's all I care about. If my team ain't winning, I just want LA to lose. And I'm sure, like the Bears, if they're not winning, they want Green Bay to lose, and vice versa. New York, if they're not winning, they want Boston to lose. It's just the way it goes. So, yeah, I get it. Even if you're not a big fan, you still root for the hometown team. You want to see him win. Raven was hoping for that. You're hoping for the Ravens? Ravens, man, what's his name? The quarterback for the Ravens. Yeah, he's a good little football player, man. Work was so bad. Me and the supervisor wants to kill the guy who didn't do their job. Oh no, he didn't put any dressing in the bottles out. Was so busy with subs. That sucks. That's a bummer, Stacey. When you're there at work and you are working hard, and then you have a coworker who's not pulling their weight, that is very frustrating because you want to strangle them, but you can't because you're going to get in trouble, and that you don't want to lose your job or something. But that's a bummer. I'm sorry you had a rough day at work. That's a bummer. It was set up Super Bowl. Sean, I kind of believe it. I really kind of believe that the NFL, they don't really care about where their fans come from. They just want fans. They just want viewers. So they're tapping into that Taylor Swift market. If you look, the game against Buffalo, there was some very blatant non-calls that should have been called against the Chiefs that could have changed that outcome of that game. I really, really believe Buffalo should be there. I think Buffalo was the better team. And that's coming from a Pats fan. Believe me, I'm not rooting for Buffalo. More so even than Chiefs. But I think Buffalo should have been there. I seen them and they bore me, but scare me too. Oh, the Paranormal Activities. They can, you know what? If you watch those late at night and it's kind of quiet, they can be pretty intense. They really can be. Highly recommend 1974 movie, The Wildlife. Oh yeah, Fluffy was just telling me about this movie he found called The Wildlife. I guess a bunch of celebrities in it, huh? And or 1984 movie. Said it was really good, huh? That's good, Fluff. I have seen the original Paranormal Activity years ago. Nice. So then, yeah, you've seen 1 and 2 now. So now I would definitely watch part 3, Antonis. Definitely part 3. If you like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, yeah, Fluffy's talking about, that movie Wildlife. Kind of, he was saying it reminded him of Fast Times. Not into sports, but I get into Chiefs. Again, hometown or, your team. Like, I get it. Come on, it was the underdog story. No, I know so here's the thing with the Lions, it wasn't an underdog story this year. The Lions were the number 1 seed. They had the best record in the NFL or in the NFC. No, in the NFL, because weren't they 16-1 or 15-2? They had like the best record in the league. So they weren't really an underdog. They were the Cinderella story. I'll give you Cinderella story where they haven't been good or a contender for a long time. So Cinderella story, yes, but the underdog, not so much as good as they were in the regular season. So I'm finishing off the franchise. This is a part of my first time watch horror list. Nice. Very good choice. Very good choice there. What do you think? Luka getting traded to the Lakers? I know. I am surprised. That is very surprising. I can't believe Dallas must have known they weren't going to re-sign him when his contract was up. So they thought, let's get the best we can get for him. And I forget the guy's name because I don't watch too much NBA because they're babies nowadays. Most of them are crybabies and floppers and stuff. And I just can't watch. I'll watch some college basketball, but I won't watch that much NBA anymore. But Luka getting traded to the Lakers is huge. And I hate that. I would have loved seeing Luka go anywhere else. So let's put Luka in Chicago or something. Like, the Bulls, ever since Jordan left, I mean, they've had some good players and had some good teams, but they've never quite been there. Let's send Luka anywhere, but not to the Lakers. Come on, man. Move to Vegas, but you still root for your hometown team. Grew up. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You have to. Lamar Jackson. That's right. Yeah, he's a good football player. If Chiefs win, we get a parade, and that is since someone last year messed it up. Oh, what happened at the parade last year? That sucks. I love Fast Times at Ridgemont. I know that's a great movie, right? It's so good. A Cinderella story, Bill Murray. Yeah, it's a Cinderella story. For Davis. So Luca got traded for Davis. I don't even know. I don't know Davis's first name. I would recognize his picture. I remember seeing pictures of like him and LeBron on the court together. I don't know who he is though. Do you have a first time watch horror movie list for 2025? Well, I don't necessarily have a first time horror watch list, like old movies that I want to watch. I do have, I wonder where, do I have it around here somewhere? A list of movies that I own that I want to watch. I don't know where that list went, but I have my list of movies coming out this year. And so right now, so far, I still need to see Presents. There's a movie coming out. Oh, I don't know. Did it already come out? You're Cordially Invited on Prime. Yeah, we said that doesn't look good. But Presents, Companion, Love Hurts, Heart Eyes, The Gorge looks pretty good, coming out on Apple TV a couple weeks from now. The Monkey coming out later this month. Definitely need to see that. Let's see other movies. Mickey 17 coming out in March. Black Bag and Novocaine. Novocaine looks phenomenal. That's one where dude doesn't feel pain. Also Jack, whatever his last name is, Meg Ryan's son. Alto Nights looks great. The Amateur looks pretty good. The Ritual, Until Dawn. I mean, there's a ton of movies coming out that I'm looking forward to. And it's funny because I guessed when we did the video with John Ward, Jonathan, and myself, where we were guessing how the movies were going to be this year, I guessed that Final Destination Bloodlines was going to be a 1 out of 5. After seeing the trailer, that is definitely revised. My guess now would be a 3.5 out of 5. So I think I'm going to be dead wrong on that. But Thunderbolts coming out later this year, Mission Impossible, 28 years later looks so good. And then Fantastic Four, the Battle of Back 10 Gross. I think the name is going to change on that, but looks good. Nobody 2 is coming out. An Insidious movie called Thread, an Insidious Tale. Excited about that. No trailer or anything for it yet. Same thing with The Conjuring Last Rites coming out later this year. That looks good. Saw 11 looks, we don't know anything about it yet, but come on, it's a Saw movie. I'm going to love it. Black Phone 2. The Running Man remake. I mean, there's so much coming out this year. I can't wait. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's right. Jack Quaid. Thanks, Matt. It is going to be Jack Quaid's year. There's already 2 movies he's going to be in that are going to be phenomenal. So it is going to be his year. Saw 420. There you go. Have you heard about the movie called Renner coming out this month? No, I don't think so. Let me look that up, Liv. Let me look that up. Jeremy Renner. Movies. Renner. Here we go. So Renner, a computer genius, creates an AI life coach to help him find love, but realizes too late he accidentally programmed his manipulative mother into the code. Interesting. Oh, with Frankie Mooney. How do you say his last name? Muniz? Muniz. It looks like it'd be Muniz, but I don't think it is. But from him, he's been in a ton of stuff. So that's kind of cool. I had not heard about that, Liv. I have not. Probably check that out. Let's see. Do we have releases February 7th? So it'll be coming out this week. I think it's going straight to streaming, I would guess. But I'll have to check that out. I will definitely add it to the list. I saw over the weekend a movie called Paul. It's an alien named Paul with these 2 guys in an RV. Stacy, that is a hilarious movie, right? Paul is so funny. Where, you know, they're like religious, and then Paul's like, oh no, not this again. You know, because he's like debunking religion and stuff. That is a funny movie. It is a very funny movie. Seth Rogen, right? What do you think of Flight Plan? Never heard what you thought or your rating. So that's right. So I did not review Flight Plan. At the time, I was kind of like, nobody's gonna watch the review anyway, so I'm not gonna bother. Flight Plan was okay. It was not bad. I've heard people give it some real hate. It was fun. It was good pacing. It didn't drag. It felt like it moved right along. The actors were fine. The story was fine. It had some little plot holes and stuff. It had some frustrating moments, like, you know, the girl and the guy knock out Mark Wahlberg, and then he's just kind of laying there, and me and my daughter are like, tie him up, tie him up, tie him up before he wakes up, tie him up, and then he's just laying there. There were some frustrating moments like that, but all in all, it was okay. The movie was okay. I don't remember what I gave it on my Letterboxd account, but I would say right now I'd probably give it like maybe a 6 out of 10. So like maybe a 3 out of 5. That's probably where I'd be. Yeah, I'd probably be like a 3 out of 5. Yeah, not quite a 6.5. Not quite there. I got to hear about Flight Plan. Did they spoil the film in the trailer? No. The one good thing about Flight Plan is, you know who the good guy is, you know who the bad guy is, but there is more to the story, and there are twists. So they do not spoil it. They do not spoil it. So you go in, what goes on is not what I expected. So yeah, it's worth a watch. I mean, it's, you know, it goes by quick. Popcorn movie, you'll forget about it. It's cool, but it wasn't. I don't need to buy it. I you know, if somebody gave it to me, okay, I'd stick it on the shelf. I wouldn't throw it away or anything. But it's nothing I'll probably ever watch again. But it was fine. It was fine. Jeff says, just watch Color of Space with Nicolas Cage on Shudder. Decent sci-fi movie. Nice. Color of Space is another one. There's a lot. Nicolas Cage has done a lot of movies, and because they started getting, I haven't watched a lot of them. But do you recommend? Should I check that out, Jeff? Stacy, I love Alien, so yes, I love the movie. It was so funny, right? Yes, Paul is a great movie. Absolutely love that movie. Let's see here. Saw a Planet of the Apes movie where a monkey called a prison a human zoo. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I've never watched any of the Planet of the Apes movies. Maybe like aside from like the original one from, when did it come out? In the 60s or something, like the black and white one, right? Way back in the day. I've never seen any other like the newer Planet of the Apes movies. Maybe I would like them, you know, but I just haven't gotten around to them. Let's see. Fluffy says, what's back in action with Jamie Foxx, Cameron Diaz? On Netflix. It was really good. So Fluff, now I started watching that not too long after you mentioned that to me, and I turned it off after about 15 minutes because I thought it was hokey as shit. I did not like it at all. So the Jamie Foxx, Cameron Diaz movie called Back, or is it just called Back in Action? So it's about, they are retired hitmen or retired FBI people or CIA people or whatever, and they're called back into action. It is slapstick comedy. It is like they had a list of, this movie did this and it was funny, so we got to do that. This movie did this and it was funny, so we got to do that. It was everything. It was like so predictably hokey. I turned it off. I just couldn't get into it at all. Like, and I was excited after, because going in, I was like, this movie's gonna fucking suck. That's really what I thought when the trailer came out, because Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx haven't done nothing. So, you know, it is what it is. with them as far as actors, but I just didn't think the movie was going to be good. And I was pretty much right. I am glad you enjoyed it, Fluff, but we don't always see eye to eye on movies we like, and that's fine. Have you seen the movie called Locked, starring Bill Skarsgård? Looks interesting. No, called Locked. Is that out? Oh, coming March 21st. So it's not out yet. Follows a thief who breaks into a luxury SUV only to realize that he slipped into a sophisticated and deadly trap. That's not on my list. I don't remember talking about that. But I mean, here's the thing. When we make the list, it's what we know of or what we can find that's been announced at that time. And this is supposed to come out March 21st. I have Alto Nights, which I'm very excited about. Alto Nights mob movie. And I'm adding that. I'm adding Locked to that day. And I'm noting that it was a late edition, but I'll definitely check that out. It does sound like it's worth a watch. I said Flight Plan. I'm an idiot. Oh, what was it? What was it? Wasn't it called Flight Plan? Isn't that what it was called? What was it? What's the movie? I forget if I'm saying the wrong name. Color of Space is cool. I love most Nick Cage movies, and most Nicolas Cage movies I've seen, I have enjoyed. There's a couple that I'm like, but for the most part, he's pretty good. Matt says Color of Space is amazing. Nice. A lot of body horror. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Colorado Space. What's Colorado Space, Mr. Bones? I have no idea what you're talking about right there. Back in Action, fun movie. Fluffy likes Back in Action. I wasn't a fan. I turned it off, but Fluffy recommends it. Seeing monkey riding a horse was so funny. What was that in Color of Space? What is Color of Space is worth a watch. Had a cool ending. That surprised me. I wondered. I don't think I own that. Let's see. Let me look at my C's. Collateral, Cold, Coma. No. I'll have to stream it, but I'll add it to the list. I'll check it out. The twist with the mother and young son of Color of Space was awesome. Nice. It has Anthony Hopkins in it. I'm on board. Sign me up. Okay. Apparently I am watching that. Maybe I'll watch that tonight after. Well, I got a stack over here, but you know what movies? It's funny because of my wife's birthday the other day. I was sitting here looking through the movies going like, what am I going to watch? And I started thinking birthday, and I watched these, which Happy Death Day, the original one, seen a while back, forgot how good it was. Happy Death Day to You. This is not quite as good as the original, but damn, Happy Death Day to You is still pretty good and very funny. So I watched these the other night. Would I be opposed to a third one? No, I definitely would love to see a third one in that franchise. Let's see here. Recently watched Humane on Hulu. Parts of it were really good, but I kind of hated the ending. Humane. That sounds familiar. In the wake of environmental collapse that is forcing humanity to shed 20% of its population, a family diner erupts into chaos when a father's plan to enlist the government's new euthanasia program goes horribly awry. Oh, I have not seen that, but you hate the ending. Now, do you hate the ending because of the ending, or is it like messed up? Is that why you hate it, or you hate it because it's bad? I am adding Humane to the list to watch. Pumpkinhead 2025. Don't we wish? We do wish there was going to be some. What you're asking for has a name, but its name is definitely not.
It's vamp time.
Its name is definitely not vamp time. Man, I'm telling you, Matt and I, we suffered through parts of one Thomas Jane movie and another terrible Thomas Jane movie. Was disappointed. was disappointed in good old Tommy Jane. That werewolf movie was pretty damn rough. But we do love some vamp time. Gotta love some vamp time, even though that movie sucks ass too. You gotta love some vamp time. There is monkey in the movie More Than Humans. Oh, okay. Happy Death Day was annoying. Oh, you thought it was annoying? Oh man, I thought it was great. And I forgot how much I enjoyed it. It's like Groundhog's Day. The Groundhog Day, the one with Bill Murray. It's kind of like a cross between that and Scream. And I really enjoyed it. That's a bummer you didn't like it. In my opinion, the ending was bad and not handled well. Okay, but the movie is still worth watching. Thank you, Liv. Good to know. Michael McNally, what's up, man? Getting all the legends cruising through here tonight. Aside from Jude, I hope Jude's doing well. We haven't seen Jude tonight, but man, what a busy week I've got coming up. I'm gonna have to be at the theater tomorrow night. I'm gonna have to be at the theater Thursday night, and then Saturday driving out to Vegas. Saturday night going to the movies with hopefully John and Matt, and then helping John move Sunday. So and then I'm in Vegas. So you're gonna have to like squeak on into Zia Records for a few minutes there. So it's gonna be a busy week. I'm sorry I handed you the Werewolf Thomas J movie. Yeah, it's all your fault, Matt. It's all Matt's fault that it's wolf time. It would have been great if he would have said it's wolf time or it's werewolf time, but he didn't. And it sucked. No, I know you did not force it on me, and I am picking up Thomas Jane movies. I'm not like trying to get all of his movies because I know there's gonna be some stinkers, but I was like, oh, and it looked pretty good. I hate to admit it, but the case, the artwork and stuff looked pretty good. It pulled the wool over on our eyes. It's like the opposite of the newer movie with Brandy. I think it's called The Front Room. The ending is the only part I liked about that movie. Oh yeah, that's right. Brandy was in that movie. I don't know. I remember back in the day liking Brandy's music. But you will see at some point. Maybe I'll check out that movie with her. It's not high on the list. It's not very high on the priority list right now. But anyways, everybody, because it is such a busy week, I do think I'm going to get going. I will do one quick last run through of the newsworthy stuff here. If you got in here late and have not seen these yet, I don't mind showing them again. Yep, that is me shaking hands with the Punisher. And I still got to pinch myself to think that actually happened. And when I walked away, he said, Semper Fi. I was like, fuck yeah, that's what's up. But there it is. Look at that. That is a badass picture. That will be going on to the intro to this live stream, to the live stream intro. But that might be my new permanent thumbnail for every video I make, just because that picture right there, I love that picture. That is epic. I had to get his autograph on that right there. And then met Tobin Bell, who's seen here with Anthony, legend, my brother from another mother. Love that guy. And saw, look at that. Got the Billy Funko signed by Tobin Bell as well. So Creep I.E was amazing. Had a blast. This week, Heart Eyes looks so good. A killer who likes to kill people who publicly show affections. Don't show affection in public this Valentine's Day. Love Hurts with Data, Short Round, Key, however you say his name. Looks amazing. Companion came out a couple days ago. I have not seen it yet because I've been busy, but it is on the list. That one I will be watching tomorrow. And yes, Matthew Lillard announced, Skeet Ulrich rumored for Scream 7. The trailer for Final Destination's out. It looks good. It really does. Megan, not too much in the teaser, just her walking and saying, did you miss me? The teaser didn't do much for me. The effects of her face did not look good. Look cartoonish. Didn't like that. Failure, Ted Raimi movie, all one take, out right now, streaming. You can watch it. It doesn't look that good, honestly. Hemet, it looks like a cheesy, funny movie. It may be good, but Hemet, the landlady, don't drink tea. is available on Tubi right now. Tubi or not to be a good movie, I don't know. But we love David Arquette, and he's going to be in a movie that's filming this summer called Kill or Be Killed. And Toxic Avenger finally got a release date, August 29th. We're finally going to get to see Toxic Avenger. And lastly, if you have not been watching Dexter, do yourself a favor and check out Dexter. It is so damn good. So damn good. So let's see here. It's nacho time, man. I'll tell you what, I could eat right now. I had some nuggies, had a little chicken nuggies before coming on here, but I do need to go eat some more now. I didn't eat a whole lot big dinner. Nachos I do love nachos. Nachos are pretty badass. It doesn't get much better than nachos at a ballpark. Like you're at a baseball game and you get the nachos with the big tub of cheese and the jalapenos. Oh yeah. Snap into those jalapenos. Oh yeah, brother. So good like that. But I'll tell you, my favorite ballpark food in any baseball or football stadium or basketball or hockey arena that I've ever been in, my favorite are the brisket nachos from the Texas Rangers baseball stadium. Oh my God. Those brisket nachos were phenomenal, like so good. So if you're ever in Texas, around about them Dallas parts, highly recommend you go check out a Texas Rangers baseball game and get some brisket nachos. They are good. You have a good night as well, sir. So happy you got to be with Jon Bernthal. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, it was amazing. I was like literally like kind of shaking when I walked away. I was so amped up. Also, Ethan Embry apparently loved him. I know. So, and that's where, I closed, but, yeah, so far officially Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, Joel McHale, who apparently Joel McHale is going to play Nev Campbell's husband. Ethan Embry and Nev Campbell's going to have daughters in this, apparently. Ethan Embry and Patrick Dempsey, but Patrick Dempsey's not on the IMDb page. So Patrick Dempsey and Skeet Ulrich kind of, I'm not willing to say 1,000,000% they're in it, but that's what we've all heard. So we'll see. Werewolf movie. Check out Bad Moon for the werewolf effects. Bad Moon. Okay. Yeah. I will have to, I'll put that on the list, sir. Tacos for dinner. Nice. Man, I could totally do some tacos. Pizza, I can do pizza too. I'm just hungry right now. I got pictures of the brisket nachos from OGB. He doesn't do it just. I'm telling you, do those, man, they're good. One of these days, I'll have to convince Justin to drive up to Dallas, and when I'm in Dallas, and go check out a game and eat some brisket nachos. They're amazing. But it's been fun, everybody. It has been a blast tonight hanging out with you all. At the beginning, again, for anybody who's still around, I apologize. It took 20-something minutes to get to your comments. But there was a lot of news this week. And if you see what movie won, tell him I said he can suck it. Have a good night, everybody. Look for the review of the movie that I'm going to go see tomorrow, Companion. Look for that on Wednesday. And until then, take it easy, everybody. I'll see you later.